Welcome to a new Team CGC 9.8 video. Now, if you've watched the channel in the past few months, you saw me unbox quite a few CGC 9.8 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics. And, you know, in those videos I've mentioned that I bought a lot of raw comics, too, of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And, you know, the ones I've kind of focused on here they're all related to the first appearance of Jennika, who's the newest female Ninja Turtle with the yellow headband. And so 3 main issues from that relate to first appearance of Jennika. We'll get in, you know, to all of it basically, but I think for like modern books, you know, books that have come out, let's just say in the last year, so like really modern books, I think these books are probably like one of the best opportunities out there for, you know, books where in CGC 9.8 you can still buy some of these first appearances for like $100 or something like that, and you know, even less in the raw too. So yeah, so I've unboxed quite a few Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles CGC 9.8s, and got a lot of raw copies though. So I want to show you all my raw books first. And you know, when we're talking about first appearance of Jennika, first female Ninja Turtle, there's 3 issues you want to focus on. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 51 is the first appearance of Jennika. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 95 is when Jennika becomes a Ninja Turtle. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 97 is the first time Jennika puts on the yellow bandana. So first Jennika in costume, I kind of think of it. Sort of like first Robin in costume in Batman comics. This is like the first Jennika as a Ninja Turtle costume. And there is a really cool page where she's like, they have a thing of her putting it on, and she's like, oh, this looks cool. So, you know what, I want to start with my raw comics here to show you guys. So, I'm going to start with issue 97, so we'll kind of go like backwards if I were just because I really love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 97 retail incentive version. So I was lucky enough to pick up 2 of them, and yeah, these are in really nice condition too. I was lucky enough. Yeah, they're probably 9.8s to be honest. But I really like this cover because it's done with, you know, the kind of gray tone, and it's sort of homages back to the first appearance of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 1984. And this is kind of called the 84 gray tone variant, I believe. The retail incentive cover, I guess. So it's certainly a little more rare than the cover A and cover B Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 97. But I just think, you know, it's the closest thing to kind of the first, it's like a kind of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1 homage cover. And of course, you know, right on the cover there, you get Jennika with their bow and arrow and the yellow, and Casey Jones there too. So it's kind of like, you know, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, it's almost like, you know, Giant Size X-Men number 1 and Uncanny X-Men 94, like first new team. This is kind of, you know, first new team Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in a sense. You know, especially because they're all on the cover. And this is Eastman did this cover, so it's like, you know, Eastman did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1 all the way back in 1984. So, so out of the 97s, if you're looking for any variant, because there's like 3 or 4, there's a lot of variants actually for 97. There's a couple of them like where it's just Jennika on the cover, like her face with the yellow bandana. But out of all the variants, this is the one I would recommend. It's pretty rare. And it's basically a cover homage or cover swipe of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1 in some ways. And yeah, my personal favorite, and it's the Kevin Eastman, so you know, a lot of times if his covers just look really cool, then usually they're the ones to get. So for 97, also, if you're looking for something maybe a little more affordable, I think this is going to be kind of the affordable cover to get, because this is cover B of issue 97, where it's basically first Jennika in the Ninja Turtles costume, issue 97 here. So if you're looking at a variant, I would recommend the gray tone one, which actually, for price-wise, was $39.99 or best offer, I believe. So I think I ended up getting it for like $35 or $36. I kind of forget the exact, but it's around there. For this book, though, 97, just cover B of the first print cover B, and this certainly is looking way better than cover A if you're like looking for Jennika as a Jennika fan. And this is the the cover to get for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 97 if you just want to get the first print. But I ended up purchasing these because they were all about cover price, and I think I might have bought 3 or 4 for $1 or $2 above cover price, but I ended up getting 15 of these in the raw copy for cover price, essentially. I think, yeah, again, a couple of them were a couple bucks above cover price. So I got 15 of them at cover price because I just think over time this is going to be kind of the affordable, cool Jennika cover to get. You know, I could see these going, you know, if all these other issues do well over time, I could see each of these being worth like $20 or $30 in, you know, 5 or 10 years. And getting them for cover price now is kind of a steal, I guess. So that's what I was thinking with that. So yeah, that's the most I got in the one issue, 15, because it was just so affordable. Like there was a lot of cover price issues on eBay, and I just bought like from 2 sellers. I bought 5 each from each of them. Okay, so 97. Let's go 95s. So 95 is where Jennika becomes a Ninja Turtle. She gets Leonardo's blood transfused, and this is cover A and cover B of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 95. And I ended up grabbing, I believe I have 6 or 7 of these now. Grab them all for anywhere from $20 to $30 on eBay. Grabbed this one for, I think, it was like $20. This one, it was a really good price. $20 on eBay as well. And I kind of wish I bought a little more. The cover B is like really kind of growing on me. I kind of wish I grabbed a few more of these rather than 6 or 7 of these. But yeah, this is, you know, Jennika becomes a Ninja Turtle. And I think, yeah, these are going to be certainly a key issue. Certainly going to be a key issue. And yeah, we'll talk about the variants for issue 95. This is, yeah, first print, cover A, cover B. Expect to pay anywhere between 20 and 30, I would say. Maybe if you get on an auction, you might be able to get them, if you're lucky, a little bit below that. But that's Jennika becomes a Ninja Turtle 95. The other two were 97, where it's first Jennika in her Ninja Turtle costume. And the last raw books I had grabbed, I should say, is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 51. First appearance of Jennika. This is the first print. I've been kind of looking at the retail incentive version of this book too, which is growing on me for sure. It's a sketch variant by Kevin Eastman. Kind of growing on me, to be honest, and I could see me maybe adding one of those, possibly. We'll see. But this book, I purchased 4 of them from the same seller, and they were $39.99 or best offer, and I ended up paying, I think it was $33 or $34 for all 4 of them. And it was like cheap shipping kind of to Canada too, so a bit of a no-brainer, but they're in really good condition too. I think they're definitely 9.8 candidates, so I was really happy about that too. But this is first appearance of Jennika. She was introduced first as like a Foot Clan soldier kind of, and then, you know, over time they obviously in 95 that she eventually becomes a more prominent character and becomes the first female Ninja Turtle. But yeah, this has a lot of potential, I think, this book. Yeah, I bought 4 of them in the raw, and I have 2 CGC 9.8s. And I'm even looking at the retail incentive version of this book too, which I think is, you know, if you can find that for a decent price, I would say grab that too. I really like this cover though. It's I think Ken Gehring cover, I think it was. Yeah, Ken Gehring is the artist. And yeah, just really like classic cover, classic colors. Get a first appearance. That's pretty under follow right now, so yeah, and you know, like I said, there's not very many of these, it seems, certainly out there available on eBay anyway. So when that one seller had 4, and yeah, I just wanted to make an offer for all of them, and was able to make a deal. And yeah, I'm super happy because they are looking really nice. Okay, let's get into CGC 9.8 books, and we'll just look on the census. And yeah, I would say, you know, out of raw books, the one I really like is the 97, and I really am gonna probably start hunting for a 9.8 in this CGC 9.8 graded version. But that's kind of my pick, certainly for all the 97s, and even I mean, you do want to get a 95. You know, Jennika becomes a Ninja Turtle, and there's certainly some variants we'll talk about. And 51's really good too. These are all really good, like, I think, issues you can grab now while they're cheap, because there's potential here for sure. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 51. Lucky enough to have 2 here. Another one over here, and yeah, I grabbed both of these, bought them up, both off eBay. One was like 76 or 77, and the other one was $100 even. And yeah, I just really like this cover, first appearance of Jennika. Notice, like, it's not on the label yet, and I think when they first introduced her, she was such a minor character, and it wasn't really expected that much was going to happen, kind of thing. But according to my research, this is the first appearance of Jennika, and it's kind of known within the community. So yeah, I have been seeing some retail incentive versions of this book, which is kind of growing on me, the sketch version. And just looking on the census, actually, for this book in the first print, there's 19 CGC 9.8s, only 19 of these in the world still. So I'm sure more will kind of flood the market probably, but for now to have 19 is pretty cool, actually. The retail incentive version of this book has like 20 something. So there's more of the more rare retail incentive version. There's 20 something, whereas, you know, only 19 of these, which, you know, is kind of interesting, I think. But kind of, even though the first print is technically not as rare as the retail incentive. So yeah, I think this is one to get now. It's, you know, I paid, you know, 77 and 100 for mine, and I think I've been kind of told by a couple people that those are pretty good deals. You know, I think most people are trying to get sort of upwards of 150 for this at this point, I think. Maybe heating up a little bit, but yeah, because again, only 19 CGC 9.8, so that's another thing, is they're not even out there. Like, some of the buy nows are like 200 or more. I haven't checked eBay in the last couple of days, but I think like last week or something, there were a couple buy it nows up there in price for sure. I think it was about $200. So yeah, one to look out for, certainly. And next one is we'll look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 95. This is the first print, cover A. I got 2 of these in the CGC 9.8. And yeah, one of them I think I got a little bit emotional, to be honest, and ended up paying about $130 for one. And it was like when they first came out, it was probably one of the first one of these on eBay. The next one I picked up for $95, which I saw one on our last pricing video go for $100. So I think the going rate is kind of $90 to $100 for this book. Maybe in an auction you find it even for a bit cheaper. But Jennika becomes a Ninja Turtle in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 95. This is cover A, first print. A lot of them on the census already. There's 197 CGC 9.8s, and that would include this cover and the cover B cover, the one that I showed you in the raw with this one. So both of those covers included. There's 197 CGC 9.8s, which is a lot now, to be honest, for like a brand new book. But yeah, this is sort of the one that's been sort of well known, and, you know, Jennika becomes a Ninja Turtle. It actually says it on the CGC case, so that's always a plus. Whereas 51, I think, is the kind of underfollowed, you know, one that you want to grab now. Whereas this one you could be a little bit more patient on, probably wait for an auction and maybe even get it like for $80 right now or even less. Yeah, I bought 2 of these in the cover A, and I kind of wish I bought one and then just bought a cover B as well in the CGC 9, because I've started to like that kind of pink cover B Eastman cover a little bit more than I liked at the beginning. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 95 again. This one here. This is the Comics and Ponies edition, the variant. This is definitely my favorite variant from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 95. Whereas 97, I guess, you know, my favorite's going to be the gray tone one that I showed you in the raw at first. So those are the 2 I would recommend. You know, the other one in this is the more rare SDCC variant, which is cool, to be honest. It's pretty cool. I personally like this cover better. I always am more drawn to kind of the Eastman cover by default for some reason. Just if it's a cool Eastman cover, I really like it. So this is Eastman. The SDCC is another, forget who does the other art. What was it? Yeah, Dave Watcher art on the SDCC variant. So more rare, the SDCC variant, but this one I paid $150 even for. And yeah, it was a best offer thing. I bet $130. He came back with $150, and I just accepted. I was gonna go back for $140, but I just thought whatever, $10, just get it. Really cool blank cover. I really like this. Now, looking on the census for this one, there's 148 CGC 9.8, so quite a lot. I think, you know, there's definitely a lot of retail outlets out there getting, you know, perfect copies of these right from the printing press, almost right to CGC, I would think. So 148 9.8 is quite a lot. If you're sort of in the market for this book, maybe you want to spend a little bit more, I'd recommend the signature series of this book. There's one on eBay right now. I believe it's $299.99 American, so $300. An Eastman sketch and signed version of this, and I think that would be a really cool book if you are looking for something a little bit more rare, because there's 148 of these on the census. But I do think over time this is going to be sort of, you know, the SDCC, if things take off, the SDCC variant is really, I think, going to take off and be worth a lot, but the more sort of attainable book could be this one. You know, hopefully if these books do really good, this could be like anywhere from $300 to $400, you know, in the next 10 years. Given, like, if there's a Jennika movie or something like that, you never know what's going to happen, but I just think it's super cool. Like, if anything, it's the coolest variant for me out of the issue 95s. Yeah, and you know what? That is pretty much my entire haul, and it ended up, you know, altogether, especially, it was way over $1,000 for everything with shipping. But I think it's right around $1,000 with, like, you know, all the CGC 9.8s and the multiple copies. I think, you know, if I had to do it a bit different, I probably would have not purchased 7 of these and purchased a couple more cover Bs instead. So maybe like 3 cover As, 3 cover Bs. Because, yeah, this one's kind of growing on me the more, you know, the more I kind of see the 95 first prints. And then, yeah, you know what? My pick out of the bunch is the, I like this gray tone one. Yeah, I think it's just it's like a cover homage, and yeah, kind of a cover homage of the original one with Jennika prominently on the cover, and kind of first new team Ninja Turtles is kind of hopefully over time what it becomes possibly. And then, yeah, for variants for 95, I like the Comics and Ponies edition just because it looks so cool. And I wish I had a retail incentive version of number 51. The first print's awesome though, great cover. But yeah, the retail incentive version of 51 it's a Kevin Eastman cover, so there's not a lot of them out there. There's like a couple more on the census in the 9.8, so somehow there's more on the census, which is a bit confusing. But really cool cover. I could maybe see myself grabbing that, although I've told myself I have to slow down on some of the buying, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, I think that's it for my entire Jennika haul. Yeah, again, I think modern books, you know, especially books that kind of came out in the last year, I would say, I think these are, you know, kind of the ones to buy. And I mean, they're already sort of getting expensive, you know, like there's a lot of cool modern books in the CGC 9.8 that you could buy for like $50, $60. But these are, you know, about $100 and, you know, maybe 80, 90 to 100. So they're already kind of creeping up there, and there's, I think, a lot of potential for more. And yeah, out of modern books, I would recommend these first appearances of Jennika, you know, first female Ninja Turtle, girl turtle power. So yeah, it's kind of exciting too, because I've said in past videos where there's not a lot of obvious key issues for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fans to collect, besides, you know, the first 2 issues, I would say, which is like all the first appearances of like all the characters we know and love. Alright, yeah, that'll be it for this video. I invite you to join the team and subscribe to Team CGC 9.8. And when you subscribe, the bell pops up. Hit the bell, get all our latest notifications. Hopefully get on a roll here with a couple more videos in the next couple of days. And aiming for like 4 to 5 videos a week, though. But yeah, so happy I, you know, about a month or 2 ago, I didn't really know anything about Jennika and didn't really have any Jennika comics. But yeah, I like seizing opportunities personally, and yeah, when I got a little bit excited about you know, the new female Ninja Turtle and the fact that there isn't any, you know, animated movie or show with her, like, although she just first came out, so there is some hype. And I think I made a couple mistakes. Certainly, I think buying this one for $130, whereas could have easily waited. There's 197 on the census. Could have easily bought it for 95. Saved a little bit there. But overall, I'm actually pretty happy with like some of the prices I got on the raw books and stuff. Yeah, so I thought it was an opportunity I should seize. So just pretty much spent $1,000 on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Jennika comics. But really happy kind of with my collection. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Really happy, really thankful for all the support and all your comments and for subscribing. And happy I could share my Jennika collection with you guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.